I'm not entirely sure, but I think we're live.
You're lying. I don't trust him. He said we are going to be live last weekend, and that didn't happen. And the week before that, and that had happened. It's been 3 weeks. You expect me to believe you?
Listen, call it a hunch, but I believe we're live. And yes, it's been a while. Been an
Are we late?
inconsistent summer. We're not late. We're actually a minute early. So I know the comments are going to come spamming in, but we are not late. I know that for a fact. Anybody who's saying that, fake news.
What in the blue moon?
Yeah, man. Been an inconsistent streaming summer. You know, we had the month off that we took right when the season's over. We're going to do that every year, I think, for the streams. But last couple weeks, something came up. But as you can see, we have a new and improved setup. It's the same setup we do with our pod now, so the quality's going to be a little bit better. Hopefully, it should be a better streaming experience, so makes up for the time missed.
Listen, let us know if you like it, right? This is something we just, experimenting, dabbling. I 100% want to see what y'all think.
Yeah, man.
I think this gives us more room to have more tomfoolery happen. You went ahead and did the Dougie one time. Isaac was twerking on stream. Yeah, man.
You
Let's see what
oiled
happens.
up about 3 months ago. It's been a wild ride. It's a new era of streaming. You have to do something to top you oiling up. Like,
Man, the amount of brain rot comments like that, all the stuff you're referencing, the amount of brain rot we have in our comment section is hilarious. Every episode is, when are you going to oil up? When are you going to oil up?
When are they going to grow up? When are they going to read a book?
Yeah, man. As you guys see by the title, today we are going to react to your guys' hot takes. We've done this before plenty of times. This time, it's the off season. Not shit is going on, and I will not pretend anything is going on. So we're going to dedicate the entire stream, mostly. There's going to be a couple segments in between, but most of the stream is going to be dedicated to you guys, getting your guys' opinions, interacting with y'all.
that's how we do. That's how we like to do it.
Someone said, Donovan, are you a Longhorns fan? Man, they're in for a good surprise.
Surprise, surprise. Graduated from UT. You know what it is. Big Bebo over here. Come on, don't play with me. Don't play with me. You don't understand that. It's fine.
Shout out to our first donation of the day. Shout out to Joaquin37, a consistent donor, consistent viewer. Appreciate you. He donated $2. He said, Don's looking extra Don-like today. Hey, what are your guys' favorite books? All right, Mo, let's go. What's your favorite book, Mo?
I like Status Anxiety. It's one of my favorite books of all time.
What's that one about?
I first read it. It's just about exactly what it sounds like, status and people thinking about, themselves being behind and what society values and shit like that. So
it's a nice deep answer. My favorite book is Project Hail Mary, which is about aliens and space. Far less deep than what he said. Mine's a piece of fiction.
It's Crayon Eater. It's a Crayon Eater ass answer, of course.
It's sophisticated.
Well, I have some non-sophisticated fiction. Listen, in 5th grade, I have never, ever been more excited to read a book series than the series called Cats. It was ridiculous. It was these cats. They had clans. It was like the Thunder Clan, the Shadow Clan, all of that. They had 4 books of that. That was the peak of reading. I love those books.
Someone said my volume's low. Let me turn this up a little bit.
It's the peak.
What were you guys' favorite childhood book? Yeah, you sound good.
Okay, I got louder.
Yeah. What are you guys' favorite childhood books?
Easily,
Hunger Games.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid. That whole series, loved it.
Hunger Games.
I was gonna say Captain Underpants.
Oh, one thing I also forgot to mention. At the end of the stream, we're gonna be doing a merch giveaway. I forgot. We told you guys we'd do it last time because we missed the stream. So we're gonna be giving away merch to 3 people. I gotta make a Google Form sheet. You guys are gonna put your name and your email in there, and we're gonna pick 3 of you guys to give away merch to because we forgot to stream.
Yeah, exactly. This is what happens. This is what we're gonna be doing once we forget to stream or some life things happen. You guys will be rewarded for
it. Yeah, man. Like I said, hot take stream. Before we get to the hot takes, we're gonna talk about the very few pieces of news that we have going on right now. And when I say very few,
in September,
I mean very few. And when I say news, I'm being very generous with the definition of what news is and what relevance is. These are just things that were in the news, whether it's important or not.
This is aggregation. That's
The first thing we got to talk about today, Magic Johnson on Anthony Edwards saying Michael Jordan was the only player with real skill back in the day. He said, I never respond to a guy who's never won a championship. He didn't win a college championship. I don't even know if he won a high school championship. So yeah, man, Michael Jordan came out and he was like, back then they all kind of sucked besides Jordan. No real athletes. And People have opinions about it. How do you guys feel about this comment?
Anthony Edwards is absolutely hilarious for that. Obviously, we know he's wrong or whatever. Paul George came out and said that Anthony Edwards is being immature. It's
Yeah.
funny, and I like the banter because it plays towards what I am ultimately pushing.
Which
What are you
is
pushing? The past sucks.
We've been done. Yeah, exactly.
We done with the '90s.
We done with the 90s.
and doesn't respect his elders.
It never
Crazy.
has. Yeah, man, funny comment. I mean, do I give a fuck what Anthony Edwards thinks about the quality of the athletes in the '90s? No. Is it very funny that Magic Johnson immediately took exception with it? Yes. I think to publicly, make a response is very funny.
Especially when Magic Johnson is Mr. like Chat GBT.
Yes.
You know, like he has the most cookie cutter responses. And Anthony Edwards made him get out of character and be like, hold on. You do not know what you're talking about. Right?
He
Like
made him say some actual words.
Exactly. So that was that was funny about it. I really don't. I'm with you guys. I don't care about it because whether they were in the 60s, the 90s, now in 30 years, Anthony Edwards is going to look every athlete in the eye and be like, I'm better than you.
You can't jump as high.
Yeah.
Right? Like there's never going to be any amount of skill that we've progressed to that Anthony Edwards is going to look at and think that they are better than him. So of course, like it makes sense this comment coming from him.
Yeah. All right, let me get back to some more donos before we move on to the next story. Shout out to Chunky Corgi for tipping $10. He said, found you guys last year and you helped me begin to love the NBA. Really appreciate you guys. Remember, Bucks and 5.
Bucks and 5. Okay.
That was back from the beginning of appreciate you. That was back from the beginning of last year when Donovan was talking. Who were you talking about? I forget. It was post Lillard trade, and we were talking about them compared to other people, and you were just like Bucks and 5.
Oh yeah, I was
Wow.
all in. I was all in on the Bucks. And then the Celtics got Drew Holiday, and I was like, yeah, Celtics and 5.
Yeah,
They got
shit changed real fast. Shit got bad. What did Chris Paul say? He said shit went left real fast.
Yeah, shit went bad real fast.
Yeah.
Shit went bad real quick is what he said.
Oh yeah, shit went bad real quick.
Yeah.
Shout out to Carter Round for tipping $3. He said, in my third week of classes at Washington State University, got that Klay Thompson energy. Hey man, shout out you. Shout out college. Hope it's going well.
Shout out to the freshmen out there.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Joaquin37 for tipping $2. He said Mo told us to read a book, so I wanted to make sure he could read. Mo's on recheck.
Recheck is crazy. I'll show you, bro. I put down my degree for one goddamn stream and they're trying my intellect right now. All right. I'm gonna have all my report cards in the back next podcast or next stream.
Your transcript printed out.
On God.
Shout out to Horse of Jokic for tipping $5. He said, if every NBA team had two of their best player, which would be the best and worst teams? Okay, so the Wizards would suck if they had two Kyle Kuzma. Nothing would change. They would still be a lottery team. They're the worst. Who would be the best team that had two of their best player? See, like two Lukas and two Jokic's, I don't know how they'd really complement each other that well. Two Joel
Honestly?
Embiid's obviously wouldn't.
Two LeBrons.
Two bronze?
Two
Yeah.
Browns would be sick.
Two Brons is crazy as hell. They would be a top 3 team in the West.
Two Tatums. I know we make fun of him, but two Tatums would be extremely versatile and hard to go against.
Two Giannis's. What would you do with that?
Oh, two Giannis. That's just sheer force. Two Giannis's is crazy.
Yeah, two Giannis is disgusting.
Someone said two
Okay.
Wemby. Yeah, two Wemby's down low, stretching
All
the
right,
floor,
yeah.
blocking shots.
Oh my god.
It's Wemby.
Two
It's
Wemby's is
Wemby.
nasty.
Two Jokic. Oh, it said two Anthony Edwards would be nasty. Yeah, another great answer.
Two Kevin Durant's would be insanity too.
Ooh.
Two Steph Curry's? Oh my God.
Someone said
Two
two
Currys?
Tatums equals two Water Boys. Unbelievable. The slander will never end.
This is nasty. This is nasty.
Oh man, I can't believe I've become a Tatum defender. How life comes at you quick. An actual news story to discuss of sorts. Something happened that's substantive. Steph Curry has signed a 1-year, $62 million extension with the Warriors. What did y'all feel
Damn.
about this? Because it's kind of a strange timing to do this.
Damn.
Yeah, dude, salary cap has doubled since 2016. That's insane. 62 million looks ridiculous. I still haven't got used to it. But how do you feel about
Yeah.
Curry at least, putting his name down for one more year at the team?
It makes sense. I think the most interesting thing was the fact that it was just a 1-year extension.
Yeah.
I think because there's been a lot of noise about, is Steph going to put pressure on the organization, or are him and LeBron going to, team up? How are the final days of the Steph Curry era going to end? And this doesn't put any of that to bed. Like you keep kind of just delaying it, and now you're seeing him pick up the Braun model, which is, hey, I'll sign 1 year deals, I'll sign 1+1, but I'm going to maintain my flexibility. I'm going to maintain this, this air of, if you don't do what I need you to do, there's a possibility that I walk and this franchise goes crumbling down. So I need you to be on top of it. The 1 year part was the most interesting part about it for me.
Yeah. I wonder. I mean, he wasn't going to like an expiring or anything. I think he had 2 years left at least. This makes it 3, or maybe makes it 4. I gotta check. So I wonder if it's just like, I'll guarantee another year of money, get paid, and if the worst comes to it, I do decide to request a trade later on. If things don't work out a year or two from now, if we decide we have to go down separate paths, it's better for you. I have an extra year in my contract, get a better return. Kind of a win-win for both parties. He gets money, they get, even more flexibility if he decides to go to a new team.
A bag is a bag. Steph is a bag chaser, bro. He's been the highest paid NBA player over the last 2 or 3 years with this new contract, and it's gonna remain the same until this new contract extension ends.
They're
It
spamming
doesn't really mean
BBL
much.
Mo.
Why? I've never had those allegations in my life. That was your allegations.
Well, so
They called you BBL Isaac first.
Never
Stand up,
Never mind.
prove
Let
it
me
to
not
him.
even make it. Let me not even further this conversation because I was going to say.
Do you want to compare right now or what?
We're not going to have a
Glute for
take
glute?
off. I'm not going to win.
Glute for glute. I
You're
love
gonna
it.
win.
That's hilarious.
I'm not winning a thick off. Let's not pretend.
You're winning. Prove it.
How would you compare your thickness to Mo's thickness? In the grand scheme of thick.
So the next story, Ty Lue says, when you lose a guy of Paul George stature, instantly people think, oh, they can't win. I can't wait to prove everybody wrong. How do you guys, this is here, because how do you guys feel about the Clippers? Obviously, they've had very little conversation about them because it's all been like, oh, well, I guess they're done, right? They got old man James Harden, they paid him. Kawhi's still there for 62 games a season, maybe. Everyone kind of views them as an afterthought.
Generous.
Is it like, are they absolutely cooked, or can they still do something?
They can be watchable during the regular season. James Harden's going to do his thing. Norm Powell is probably going to give you 18, 19 points a game. Who knows what Kawhi's going to give you at this point? But they're a perfectly functioning team. They got Derrick Jones Jr. now. Not to say he's a world changer, but he's a body that is not unplayable. So they're going to be cool.
Someone said the Hawks are more cooked than them.
The Hawks are the Hawks.
Leave them alone. Leave them alone. They're building something.
But listen, there's plenty of teams
Shut
that have
up.
2 stars.
You don't even mean that.
There's plenty of teams out there that have 2 stars.
This is why I hate. Come on. This is why I hate. Because I tried to be nice. I tried to be on your side.
That was being fake nice.
No, I was being for real. You obviously know if it's between you guys and the Clippers, I'm gonna be on your side, right?
Yeah,
I'm gonna pick you. You knew that was real, but no, you pushed me away. So stay on that side. Stay on that side. I will remember this. Okay.
Listen, man, there's plenty of teams that have 2 stars and depth. Clippers are just another one from now. Are they? Is there any way? Would you be surprised if they were the 5 through 8 seed?
5, yes. 6 through 8 is about where I see them.
Mm-hmm.
And even 6 is kind of all right, now we're pushing it, because I off the top of my head right now, Denver, Minnesota, Dallas, Memphis. OKC. Those 5 are at the top of the conference, and then we get to everybody else. Are we sure that the Clippers are going to have enough? If Kawhi has another one of those Kawhi seasons, last year was one of his better seasons health-wise. But if we get into the thing where Kawhi's missing games left and right, and it's the James Harden show with Norm Powell as the sidekick, are you going to be able to keep up in the Western Conference where everybody is uber competitive? Is that team better than the Pelicans?
Probably not. I mean, Pelicans.
I don't think so.
I don't know. Pelicans are weird, actually. I don't know. You know what? No, I would not be surprised if the Clippers won more games than the Pelicans. With their weird addition of DeJounte Murray and subtraction of nobody, with their weird loss of a starting center and addition of a rookie, it wouldn't shock me if the Clippers are just really competent in the regular season. If Kawhi is a somewhat healthy year, James Harden is washed, but still capable of make something happen in the regular season.
What is somewhat healthy to you?
For Kawhi, I
Yeah,
don't know, 58 games.
like
Yeah,
50,
Kawhi.
50. That's what I'm saying, like 58 games of Kawhi, maybe 55. I don't know if any of that gets me to a point where James Harden, who is going to be another year older, is where I'm like, yeah, like you can come in and you can run the show and everything's going to be absolutely okay. I
I think he
don't.
can do that.
You
Yeah,
still believe?
I mean,
yeah. I mean,
so
he's been
what do we?
delegated to being like a clear cut second option over the last few years. Back when he was in Brooklyn, and then before that, when he was in Philly too. Like it was Joel Embiid's show that he had to run and play at a different pace and stuff like that. And that was just like basically him just rocking out with the guys. So
Yeah, but what's the expectation for this when we say that? Like, do I believe in a regular season context he can average 21 points and 10 assists and lead a top 10 offense probably? Yeah, I think that's possible. Like, he's not going to be out here being a superstar or anything, but being a good starting point guard that can be a lead playmaker, keep things moving, let Kawhi be the main scoring option and feed the ball to Norman Powell, whoever else, can be the main scorers. I don't think that's impossible for him. Like, he averaged like 18, or actually maybe it was a little bit lower. It was around 17 last year, if I remember correctly, where it ended. But that was his third option. Like, he was very clearly delegating and not being very aggressive as a scorer. He can't be what he was even with the Nets in the first year, let alone the Rockets. But he can be like closer. He can take more shots than he took last year.
yeah, he can definitely get 20 a game.
Yeah, like
I
that's
mean,
very very easy to imagine.
that's fine. Getting 20 is fine. When you look at this roster, I think even if they did have Paul George, I wouldn't have been higher on the Clippers. One, obviously because I am who I am, but two, the the
Self
you're
awareness, we love it.
yeah, but like you look at that roster and Paul George sneakily 34 years old. James Harden has looked much older over the last 2 years post hamstring injury than before. Kawhi, body breaking down every single year. And now we have another offseason of, people aging and doing all this stuff. Am, am I going to trust a 34, 35-year-old James Harden? Am I going to trust, Kawhi Leonard who's not doing all this? Even if Paul George was there, am I going to trust a guy who's going to turn 35 during the season? That's old as hell in the NBA for that to be your core three. And
35 is not like what it used to be in the
it
NBA.
is.
That's like
LeBron has skewed a lot of our view of
Yeah,
LeBron and Steph
and
have
KD.
have yes,
yeah.
have skewed a lot. But think about the guys that we just said. LeBron, Steph, KD. We're talking about guys who are top 20, top 15 all time, right? In LeBron's case, top 2, in Steph's case, top 10, top 5 for a lot of people. If you are the best to absolutely ever do it, that's great. Paul George is not in that conversation. James Harden is not in top 10 conversations.
Mm.
Kawhi, resume wise, yes, right? Peak wise, maybe, but again, the body doesn't do that. So unless you are at that level, we're not really seeing that. So I think it skewed a lot of our expectations of what these guys are going to look like as they age to be, number one options, championship, bus drivers, whatever you want to call it. Like I don't know the exact term, but you get
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying. I don't
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know if that's the case. So that's why like going into next year, I don't know if it's fair to if I don't know if it's fair to ask that of the Clippers. If you want to give them that because you believe in Ty Lue and you say he's gonna make it work, okay, that's cool. And I can believe that. I have a hard time believing that if your number one reason or like 1B reason is because of James Harden or because
Mm.
of Kawhi Leonard's ability.
Yeah. Okay, that's not crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they're just such a weird team, right? They're just stuck in limbo. Like, they kind of are what they are. They're going to be very firmly in the middle of the Western Conference. Maybe an annoying first round team to have to play, but not really a threat. Just a weird place to be when you're opening a new stadium and you have a like top 15 player in the world still in Kawhi at the worst.
I was going to have a counter argument against Donovan's like 35-year-old thing, and you brought up a very good point about like the three best players in history of the sport. Not three,
Mhm.
10,
Yeah,
15
yeah.
of the three best players or whatever are defying all odds. And I was like, hold on. What year did CP3 go ahead and like go to the finals? He was 35 years old. And then I saw this random ass fact too. He was fifth in MVP ballots that year as well in
He was
2021.
amazing that year, bro. People forget about that season.
He was ridiculous. Not to say that like screw Chris Paul or James Harden at this point in time, but I completely forget about that season how insane he was at
No,
35
he
years
yeah.
old.
he was incredible with the Suns until he wasn't because his body fell apart. Like, I hope history remembers that season.
History will remember the season that James Harden's about to have. I'm building my propaganda right now.
Yikes.
All right, before we move on to the next story, let me read off some donations. Shout out to Horse of Jokic for tipping another $5. He said, with increasing salary caps and stars getting big money contracts, how long do you think it'll be before we see a player signing a $1 billion contract? I don't know, man. I mean, just inflation's so crazy that, like, I don't know, 20 years? Probably.
$1 billion contract.
Right now,
Yeah,
the maxes are what? Like, if it's 5 years, 60 mil, we're at like 350 is the highest we've seen right now.
Yeah.
So maybe another 25, 30 years, we'll probably get there. Who's to say? I'm not a macroeconomic expert.
Yeah,
Whatever the
get into your
inflation is
bag.
going.
Yeah, let's get back to the podcasting.
Shout out to Zubdu for tipping $3. He said, I think Wemby and Chet are going to be the Jordan Drexler career dynamic. Everyone knows who Jordan is today, but not many fans know Drexler because his skill set / prime overlap with Jordan so closely, and so he was overshadowed. I think the same will
I
happen to
disagree
Chet.
with that. I completely
I
disagree.
mean, you mean
with
stylistically that like he's like the diet version of
Even
the
like
generation-defining player?
I
guess.
think Chet has been blessed way more than any young player in the NBA because of the situation that he's walked into with like having Shea, J-Dub there as well. But Chet obviously is what elevates him to the next level because of dynamics. But I think he will not be that overshadowed because I just know that OKC's going to at least roll into one championship. Clyde never had that type of help back in the day to
Yeah.
do that. So
I mean,
They made the finals. What do you mean?
sure, he never won. So he's
Oh,
saying,
yeah,
he,
he did,
thinks,
but-
he thinks Chet's going to win one.
yeah.
I see what he's saying. Basically, you have the generation-defining player that looks and plays a certain way, and you have the understudy, second best at that position for the decade, that looks and plays a very similar way, but never quite lives up to the insane expectations of the guy above him. That makes sense. I mean, like, I can see that. Even if Chet wins a championship with Shea and them, like, he'll still be the understudy, stretch 5 of the decade, you know?
I get that. It's kind of, I guess I'm super high on Chet, and we talked a little bit about this when we were talking about like the all-time guards and how we view Clyde. But I feel like it's a little bit disrespectful to say that to Chet because I think like there was a point where it was very clear you are not Jordan. Like there was talk of like them
Yeah.
going back and forth, and you can say that still of like, hey, like Chet, you're just not as good
Yeah,
as
he's
as
not
Wemby.
Wemby. He's not. Like, he never will be. It's
I-
fine. He'll be very good.
I get-
He can be a Hall of Famer like Clyde Drexler is, but
I
he's
get
not
that.
Wemby.
I guess it's just the way that I perceive Clyde Drexler to where I'm like, hey, it was kind of like it was kind of fraudulent for you to even be in those combos in the first place. But I think that Chet legitimately can be there, and there's going to be a point where they are 1-2, and I think that the gap is going to be closer than the gap between
guess.
Jordan and Drexler.
I mean, do you think Chet's gonna be the second best player in the world? Like, I don't think he's
Yeah,
gonna
that's
be.
lofty as hell.
I don't think so. I think it's pretty
I
fair.
think-
I mean,
Yeah, in terms of like how people look at them totality wise, not
Don't get me
like
to say nothing I don't mean.
how good they are, but you can go ahead and say it.
Don't give me the yap.
shout out to Reese for tipping $1. He said putting Harden over Wade all time is basically saying scoring 60 points against the Pistons in February is more important than having monster playoff games. Please correct the guard rankings.
Who did that?
No one did that. I don't think anybody put Harden
Yeah,
above
none
Wade.
of us did that.
We all had Wade over
Yeah,
Harden.
Yeah, listen, that's like
Yeah.
the 8th best shooting guard versus the 9th, and Wade is, 8th best guard versus the 9th, and Wade is always 8, and Harden is always 9. It's small differences, but Wade has to be in front.
Man, it's not watching. Not paying
Is that a
attention.
Reese from HOH? Because he's talking about the Miami Heat. I feel like it might be.
Okay.
Reese.
Bernard, you have been caught.
Yeah, I see what the chat used to tell me.
Yeah, that
He's the
makes
government
all
name.
sense. I'm like,
I recognize Heat
good.
propaganda anywhere.
We were on your side. We
That's
agreed.
funny. Shout out to
that's
Chase for tipping $5. He said Tim Duncan will be the GOAT conversation with Jordan and LeBron if the Spurs didn't lose in 2013, 6-0. I think he'd be in the Kareem conversation for number 3.
Yes. Yes. If he had 3 over LeBron, that right there would get him into like him and Kareem type conversations. Because then you have, the LeBron era type of thing. and you talk about who's winning rings in that era, and it's obviously Steph won a lot, and then Tim Duncan gets LeBron at basically every stage in his career in a
Facts.
back to back in a back to back
Big.
situation as well. Yeah, he could probably get to 3. I don't know if anybody would ever put him at 1.
Yeah,
You
that
know what
makes
I want
sense.
to know?
What
I
do you want
want
to
to know why we have a little bit over 500 people in this live stream right now, but we haven't even cracked 200 likes. Oh
Ugh,
my God, what a
ugh,
shame.
ugh.
That is a
know?
damn
That's
shame.
embarrassing.
We have important people watching this right now, y'all.
Important people watching. LeBron
Yeah,
James is in the chat.
Ronnie's in the chat right now. Collab is waiting on our end. Leave a like
Oh
on the
man,
stream.
you guys would leave likes on the stream for us. Do us a favor. While we do that, move on to the next tweet from NBA Central. Classic off-season discourse bait. Rank their ceilings in order from 1 through 4. Tyrese Halliburton, LaMelo Ball, Tyrese Maxey, and Cade Cunningham. How are y'all ranking this?
So, can we start at the bottom and work our way up? I think that's easy.
So it's ceiling, not how they are right now or how they'll be next year. Strictly ceiling. So if everything goes
Yeah.
well. So I don't think Cade is last if we're talking just ceiling.
I don't think
I don't
so
think he's
either.
last. I think Tyrese Maxey's last when it comes to straight ceiling.
Yeah, I feel like Tyrese has one of the highest floors, but the lack of passing gives him less of a ceiling.
It's gaping, bro. Yeah, like everyone else around him they're a B plus passer at worst. Or we
But it
still have
feels
that type of
weird. I
ceiling.
mean, Tyrese also could
It
just
does.
be like he could just develop into an elite scorer and good enough passer that maybe LaMelo's last. But I like LaMelo a
Ooh,
lot. I don't know, like
his ceiling. Yeah, Lamelo's ceiling is just
The
higher than
ceiling,
naturally.
the ceiling of LaMelo, honestly, might be 1 here.
yeah, it's just ceiling. So gotta
Yeah.
just separate what you've seen so far. Don't view it as disrespectful to anybody. Strictly projecting. Damn, Maxey has to be
LaMelo
last,
won.
isn't he?
Yeah, Maxey. He's the safest player here. Also, at the same time, like nobody's gonna be. You trust him
I don't want to put him
probably more than
last.
everyone else. I know, great guy.
Someone said
I
we're just
think.
gonna act like Cade doesn't have below league average efficiency. Correct, but again,
Shut
it's ceiling.
up.
He
Yeah.
does. He has been inefficient, but that's
He's
with the
It's
Pistons.
it's part him, part situation.
Yeah,
I
like
Yeah.
am personally, I think Cade has the highest ceiling.
higher than
Ooh.
Halliburton.
Yes, and the only reason why is because I think Cade has the physical attributes to actually be a good defender. Where
Hmm.
I know
True.
that I know that Tyrese is tall. I know that he's long. I still don't think that his frame is like physical enough to be like an impact defender to
Yeah.
where I feel like Cade still has like the physicals and the measurables where if
Definitely.
you give him, like, hey, I need one playoff run where you can really, really lock in and do that, I think he can get there faster than the other 3 guys on that list. So I would put Cade 1, I would have Tyrese at 4, and then I think I would put LaMelo 2 and Tyrese 3.
So I mean, if Tyrese Halliburton can just shoot like he did early last year, if that's his ceiling, I think that might be a higher level player than these guys are possible of reaching. Like we were talking about him as being like the 4th best point guard in the league. Like that is, we've seen the ceiling already. Like we've seen it happen, and I think that might be the highest level guy because that was top 3 passer in the league, top 2 off the dribble shooter in the league. Like that level of just
Yeah.
It was like mini Luka in terms of the ability to shoot the 3 and pass. Like it was ridiculous for 2 months.
It's more tall Trae Young, but I see.
Yeah, it's also
exactly.
either one.
Also,
I mean,
yeah.
they're pretty similar players, but
Yeah.
I would say you're so right, but we also did see something from LaMelo Ball last season too. He was even more of a shorter stint. Wasn't as impactful. Wasn't putting up like 27, 26, but he was putting up a cool 25. Was getting to the rim, still making those leaps as a passer that he's always been. I think I have to have LaMelo Ball 1, Cade 2, because I do like the versatility that Cade has when it comes to his off the dribble shooting and really being able to get it from anywhere, similar to like Luka. Like we can see Cade Cunningham. We saw Cade Cunningham put people in the post here and there and have the ability to do step back threes. Like there's nothing that he can't do when it comes
Yeah.
to putting the ball in the basket on the
it's so
offensive side
weird
of the board.
because Cade has the highest ceiling, but I'm also least confident we'll see that ceiling.
Yes. And I think at this point we have to look at them differently from where they were drafted and how they were as draft prospects. When we talk about ceilings, like Cade has been in the league for a couple of years now. I'm not saying it's his fault. His development probably ruined a lot of his shooting ceiling, a lot of his scoring ceiling, because he's spent the last 3 years in basketball hell, and he hasn't had the opportunity to really develop that at a competent level. And so
Yeah.
now we're like 4 years in, and we're like, okay, how much better do you think that he can get from this point? And it's going to take massive leaps for him to realize that ceiling, and I don't think that that's realistic to ask of him at this point.
Yeah.
But like if you're talking about them as like prospects, where they were when they first came into the league, yeah, Cade can definitely kind of like easily be one, and then we can go from there.
Okay. No, I think if you're doing absolute apex, best case scenario, you go Cade, LaMelo, Halliburton, Maxey. But if you're adding to that equation, like, do you think they'll reach that ceiling? Then I think it changes. Then I think it's like Halliburton, LaMelo, Maxey, Cade.
Maxey and Cade. Who? That's so.
Cade is Maxey feels too good to put last. Like he's so good and still getting better that I feel like we take it for granted and assume he just is who he is now. But like he could still get better in a lot of ways.
There's a lot of value when it comes to just players in his mold, where you just like 3 and D, and you get buckets in a variable in a variation of ways. Very valuable, but at the same time too, there's like how potent I don't know. I like him a lot, but his game doesn't seem generational in ways like Tyrese Halliburton could be one of the best passers in history.
We use that
LaMelo
word so
Ball.
much.
You know what I mean when it comes to just like.
No, I do. I'm sorry. I've seen that word a lot.
Yeah,
I've seen that word.
I abuse that word
on Twitter, and it's really starting to get to me. I'm really starting to hate
gears.
the word. Oh my goodness, grinding them like crazy.
I'm gonna start using it more now.
Next news story.
I hate you.
LeBron talked about what would happen when him and Bronny are on the court. He said, Bronny can't call me dad in the workplace. He's got to call me 2-3 or Bron or GOAT if he wants to. Can't be running down the court like, Dad, I'm open.
Daddy! Daddy, behind you!
I'm just wondering what he does when Bron inevitably doesn't rotate and lets a backdoor dunk happen. And most of the time, people just ignore him. Or you got somebody like, I don't know, maybe AD will look at him and like move his hands. But they show him a certain amount of respect that if he was a role player, they'd be like, fucking get back. What does Bronny do? He's like, Dad, rotate.
You're crying? Daddy, come on.
You're making me bad.
Donovan, have you ever played basketball with your dad at like LA Fitness or
Yeah.
whatever?
Yeah.
So what do you do whenever your dad like kind of messes up or?
Well, they're not coworkers.
Yeah. Well, if you're teammates, like, what would you be doing? Like,
what if you were both paid several $1 million to be on that basketball court? What would you call your father?
I mean, listen, in my own experience at the park, right? I can relate to Bronny and LeBron here, and I mean, I think most of the time it's just like a look where I like yeah, like if I miss something, or if I like forget to rotate or something, I'll see my dad either look at me, or if it was really egregious, he'll just turn around and like go back to playing defense, and then like afterwards, like on the drive home, we'll like talk about it and be like, I'll tell him once I got to like 15, 16, we got to the point where I could like tell him like, oh yeah, like you should have did this, you should have did that, and we were talking on the drive home, but like on the court it was just like small things.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's how I went on the streets of Houston, right? I don't know how it's going to be in the Staples Center, but I can see how it can get kind of dicey. So, Bronny, hit me up if you need advice. I've been through it.
He said, on an eye-to-eye level, we operate on the same plane right now. All right, man. That's the news stories we got. It's time for us to get to the main topic of the stream, hot takes. How we're going to do it is, right now I made a community post on YouTube and a tweet. I'm going to pull hot takes from that, and you guys in the chat are going to rate it W or L with us. Then we're going to take a break. When we come back to hot takes, we're going to take you guys' hot takes directly from chat. So right now, you guys are judges. I want to see spam W, spam L's for each take, and then later on, you guys are going to give us your takes, and you're going to spam those. So stay on topic. Don't spam the questions yet. Save them for later.
Let's talk about it.
Let's
Who's
do it.
First
first?
hot
What's
take is
first?
from Void Cowboy 28. He says Derek Lively is a top 10 center right now and was one of the 5 best rookies last season. We're going W or L?
5 best rookies last season. W. Top
Absolutely
10
W.
center. That's an absolute L. I
Oh,
love him though. He's just outside of it for me personally.
yeah, I think I ranked him
Just
like
outside of it.
12 or something. I think I had him the highest, and it was, I believe, 12 or 13. I've seen
Yeah.
a lot of L's. Someone says not a hot take. Okay, some people think it's actually very mixed. I'm seeing W and L. I gotta start a poll because this is
It's not a. Here's the thing. I think depending on how you're looking at rankings, I think if you're talking about like fit with other players, there might be a roundabout argument to get Derek Lively into the top 10.
mm-hmm.
Where if you're talking about like Sabonis or if you're talking about Cat and you're talking about these other guys who are if you're talking about Sengun, talking about all those guys towards the back half of the top 10, saying they're in that weird range where they're good enough to where you kind of have to do stuff through them, but they are not bad enough to where, but they're bad enough to where they're not elevating everybody. It would be much less of a headache if you just had this like crazy rim running big like Derek Lively
Yeah.
to input on a whole bunch of different teams. But talent wise, I don't think that I can put him at top 10.
That's like being so disrespectful towards guys like Jared Allen, Alfred Sengun, and whoever else you believe is towards the back half of that 10. And he's just not there yet. There's nothing wrong with that. He could easily
No,
potentially be there next
do I
year.
do I believe it? No. Can I see the logic and the path to where somebody can get there? Yes. And I probably would look at them crazy if they said that Derek Lively like is firmly a top 10 center, but
See, those
it's
same
not
exact people
awful.
though, those same exact people. Not to say like Derek Lively and DeAndre Jordan are the same players at all, but those same exact people who think that way also believe that DeAndre Jordan was an elite defender or elite player in general back in 2015, 2013, 2014 when he made like all NBA first team.
is this
Hey,
DeAndre
man.
Jordan slander?
Madness. DeAndre Jordan's a great
Is
guy,
this,
but
this
let's be
Lob
honest.
City DeAndre Jordan slander? How dare you?
I think we
I
might have
love
to.
that era.
I might have to mute you.
Chat,
Yeah.
please come to my defense.
Anyways, 55% of people voted W for Derek Lively being a top 10 center. I think if you guys actually sat down and you tried to rank it, you would realize, fuck no. When we did the rankings, I had Jared Allen at 11. You know how much better Jared
Whew.
Allen is than Derek Lively right now? Jared Allen is very, very good. Sabonis
Yeah.
is like 9 or 10 for me. There's so many good centers that I can't do it. Like, there's Chet, there's
Yeah.
Kristaps Porzingis, Jared Allen,
Yeah.
all these guys in that like 8 to 10 range.
Mhm.
Can't do it yet with Derek Lively. Maybe next year, but right now I can't do it. L take.
Yeah, I
Do I
agree.
have my centers list?
Yeah, I was thinking about pulling it
Yeah.
up. But
All right, back half of the top 10, or even just outside the top 10. Here's what I had. I had Cat at 11, Sengun at 12, Brook at 13, Miles Turner at 14, Derek Lively at 15.
Cat at 11 was such crazy hate. That was so funny.
It's really, it's
Oh,
really,
man.
it's really not. It's really not. But that's not what we're talking about here. Can we put? Would you feel comfortable putting Derek Lively over Miles Turner,
No.
Yeah, I think I did that. Yeah.
over Brook Lopez?
That's a tier he's in for sure. And you can put him towards the top
Yeah,
of that
no.
tier, but the top of that tier is like the 12th best center in the league.
Exactly. So, okay.
Okay. Next take is from J Buckets 1. Curry is the most influential player in basketball history. Obviously, Curry is an extremely influential player. Is he number one? I don't know if we've ever talked about that directly. Is he one above, Jordan, LeBron, Magic, Allen Iverson, whoever you may think as the other more influential players? Is Curry the single most influential player?
I
I'm
think
going
so.
to say in the modern era, of course, it's hard to say he's the single most influential in like basketball totality
Yeah.
because like being real, like the Bill Russells of the days, so influential to the game and just like how things have developed.
Someone said Wilt
Also,
is.
Magic
What?
Johnson and Larry Bird too. What? Yeah, no.
Wilt? That's a crazy pick.
Yeah, that's
Alright.
hilarious.
I'm
They're
gonna
trying
say
to get
yes.
a reaction.
I'm gonna say yes, and I think the reason why Steph is number one when you talk about influence for a lot of the other guys, a lot of the stuff is either like off the court. So you talk about like Jordan and
Mm.
A big part of that is growing the game and being global, and so that's cool. You talk about Magic, and it's like, hey, you never had a guy this big, be the point guard and open that stuff up. Even from Magic on, there's only a couple people who are that big and able to run point like that. I think for Steph, you saw the impact on the only on the way that he played basketball from the top of the league to the absolute bottom of the league, where everybody instantly believed, okay, no, if we want to be successful, we have to shoot from here, right? It has to be three-point shots. Now the in like the 90s, the lowest case of role player is like Charles Oakley, this enforcer. Now, lowest role of like role player, you have to at least be a knockdown shooter, and
Yeah.
that's it.
I think it's complicated because
Okay.
obviously Curry is insanely influential. Don't want to downplay that at all. We also give him like the entirety of the credit for the modern NBA revolution when he was a big part of it and showed that you can win with that being your best player style of play. But it didn't start with him, like there was obviously the
Steve
7 seconds
Nash
or less.
and
Exactly.
yeah.
But
James Harden, Rockets, Daryl Morey, like so many other smart people played a big part of it that the Warriors weren't even the top of the league in 3-point volume after a couple of years. Like they got caught up to very quickly, and the whole rest of the league like was doing it with them around the same time. So while he is like the poster boy of that movement, it wasn't strictly because they saw him playing and was like, oh shit, we got to shoot threes, right? It was already bubbling up. So it's kind of hard to separate that because people give him like the entirety of the credit when really it's like just a good portion.
it's a massive portion, and
It
I
is.
think I think the fact that he won with it is like the biggest aspect of it,
It
because
is. People
yes,
definitely copy the winner. You're right. It's
right?
not. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like, yeah, the Suns were doing it. You never made it to the finals, and so now everybody's
Mhm.
gonna look at you and say you can't win like that. You have the whole heliocentric offense, and up until right now, people are still going to look at Luca and they're still going to say, "You see, you can't win a championship like that. You can't win a title when somebody is handling the ball in that way, holding, doing playing that style of basketball." And until he wins a chip, that's not going to be accepted. People said it about James Harden for a long time. You said it all throughout history, and so now guys who are dominating the ball in that way are going to have to get over that hump. And once you see somebody win, then there's a lot of confirmation of, oh, it actually can be successful. Now we should actually start to follow. Whereas if you're not winning, then it's just, yeah, it was okay, but the process was then flawed because you didn't get the ultimate result, and now we're not going to follow.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
I
Yeah.
so like, yeah, he didn't start it, but he did take it the furthest out of anybody, like you said. And I do think that his portion of where he took it is number one in league history
Yeah.
if we're just talking about on the court play.
I just think it's that plus the entirety of the league was just getting smarter and learning the analytics, and like it was a league wide movement of understanding the game more. So definitely, like end of the day, it's a copycat league, and people copy the latest winner, right? So
Mhm.
if somebody has to get the most credit, it's going to be him. And I think it's safe to say the 3-point revolution is the biggest revolution or biggest point of influence in NBA history. Like that's not just recency bias. Like that was the single biggest change we've ever seen to the sport. I think. So the player that best represents the biggest change ever. I don't think it's crazy to say he's most influential.
Yeah, that's it's not crazy. I'm not, you know me, you know how I feel about Steph Curry. I think he's
So you know me, I'm a glaze.
yeah, I mean, you said it for me. I can't even sit here and
Undeniable.
lie. You see my ranking where I had you see where I had him last podcast episode in terms of greatest guards in history? I had that dude at 3. So yeah, or 2 I think. So yeah.
Damn. Okay. Next take, me in this poll. 63% of you voted W take. Not surprising, given the
Yeah.
demographic. People love Curry these days. He was always going to win this poll, but I don't think you guys are wrong, even if it is debatable. Shout out from user S, a bunch of letters. He said, Luca will be remembered as a stat patter who never played defense and never won a ring. The bad
My
boy
point
pick.
exactly. My point exactly is right there.
So,
Come on now.
as a take, do you think Luca will be remembered as a stat patter who always loses? Do you think he'll ever get it done? Is he going to be remembered in the same way James Harden was? Or is?
No.
The question is basically, do I think Luka is going to win a title?
Or do you
And
think that he'll do enough individually that that stigma won't necessarily be around him? Because he's not a playoff dropper in the same way James Harden is. James Harden only has that stigma because he played like shit in many series and shot like shit.
Yeah.
If he just played really well and lost to the Warriors every year, he wouldn't get as much heat. But he's perceived to be a
it's
guy who plays worse. It's actually not entirely true, but that's a perception. Luca doesn't have
it's
that.
going to get to a point though where, let's say Luca never wins a ring, the numbers are going to add up, and or the losses are going to add up, and people are going to look at that and say, see, well, if he just played more team ball, then maybe they would have won some of these things, but he was so focused on getting his and being, on the ball as heavy as he was. And then we're going to get basically to the same point. He's not going to be looked at as a playoff choker like James Harden, but he is still going to be looked in that light of, you're not playing winning basketball because you're hogging the ball, you're dominating the ball too much. And now we have 12 years of you losing in the playoffs and never getting a championship to prove that. So I can see the path to where he is looked at like that if they don't win.
Chad, is this a W or an L take? What do you guys think? Do you guys think Luka doesn't be remembered as a stat patter, or do you think he'll be actually successful and remembered as an all-time great?
Oh man, chat. While you guys are typing in your response, I'm just gonna go ahead and give mine. I think this is most definitely an L take. When you hear those words like smushed together, stat patter, blah blah, like we all, like we said earlier, we're thinking about James Harden, and like Isaac alluded to, like although statistically he is one of the biggest one of the five most biggest playoff droppers in NBA history, still there's context to that because he played against the best teams of all time on a routine basis and genuinely had a hard pathway to the finals, which is why he
Yeah.
wasn't able to accomplish the things that guys like Luca went ahead and accomplished, which is making a run to the finals. Now he did get whooped, but he did get there. I think because of the way Luca is able to on a night in and night out dominate similar to James Harden, but keep that domination continuing in the playoffs, there's no real like you can't compare the two just like that yet. You
It's
can't
almost like
compare
after
the
hearing
two.
that BS, Donovan fucking left. That's
Little do
funny.
they know he went to go tinkle.
But I think it's an outtake. I think Luka's gonna win one eventually. He's already been to a finals, already been to a conference finals. Like he does not drop off at all. If anything, he's a
Yeah.
playoff riser. And obviously, it all comes down to team context, right? Does he get lucky? Does he have the team around him for extended periods of time? Can the Mavs, retool in a couple years when they need to? Will he leave the team and join a super team? Whatever. It all comes
How
down
was
to
your
that
tinkle session,
context.
Donovan?
There was a reason why I texted you that in the group chat, and I didn't say it out here so that people didn't know where I went.
Tinkle time.
You betrayed my trust. I told you that in confidence. They didn't need to know that.
I'm
Okay.
blowing up the spot.
Damn.
Hey, spam in the
Anybody.
chat. Tinkle time.
Tinkle
Spam Don's a
time.
tinkler. Tinkle Don.
It was potty time. It was a great potty session.
First it was corn. Now it's potty time. Tinkler.
Little do they know, Donovan is like one of the biggest tinklers that I've ever seen in my entire life. He be tinkling like
I'm gonna make your
45
life
minutes,
hell. I don't
an
know
hour
how.
into the
I
pod.
don't know where. And I don't know when. I will mess up your life. Don't do this to me. Don't do
Someone
this to me.
said he's tinkle maxing.
Okay, that's actually good. That's actually good.
He said he's one of the biggest tinklers in the world.
Hydrated. Good
Right.
teammate.
Someone said he's the seventh best tinkler of all time. He's top 10.
Top 10 tinkler? Wow.
Wow, man.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh man.
Next hot take is from Noah Brawl Royale. He says Dirk is the most underrated player in NBA history and is the greatest power forward of all time.
L take.
Hell no.
If you
Yeah.
ever disrespect Tim Duncan like that and call anybody else the greatest power forward of all time, that's an L take. I will agree that Dirk is very underrated. Because there's a lot.
Is he?
Listen, go look at the lineups that he was rolling with, and they were out here. They got to a finals in 06. They were making deep playoff runs, and a lot of it was on Dirk. and a lot of the carrying was on Dirk. He is underrated.
I no, he's not.
Underrated because his team was
He is
trash.
completely
There's
properly
plenty of
rated.
people
He
like
gets
that.
plenty of respect. I don't think he's even a little bit underrated.
Yeah,
Dude, he
he's
went
like
from being labeled a playoff choker to suddenly being the most unfuckwithable, revered forward that you can imagine because of the one win, which was a very great win. But it completely wiped away all the stigma he had. I'm not saying he's overrated, but he's not underrated at all anymore. In fact, he has so much aura and so much PR from that one ring that
yeah,
all the negatives and all the poor performances are completely forgotten. Blowing
yeah.
the fucking first round game to the We Believe Warriors in the first round series, forgotten. Everything's completely forgotten. At worst, he's properly rated.
I agree. NBA, because the NBA community loves him so much. That ring put him on the map, of course. But outside of that, even talking about like semi things that don't matter, the one leg signature move, complete aura, dude. And him also being one of the he was way ahead of his time in terms of like being a stretch four big guy, and he's like,
Oh, they just lagged out. Let me bring them back in. Damn. Hold on one second, you guys. All right. Brought you guys back in. That
okay,
was weird.
we should be back.
You're good.
Cool.
We good?
Anyways,
Yep, we're all
yeah,
good.
Dirk was way ahead of his time, and the aura that he has on and off the court is unmatched. I don't think he's underrated at all. I think we show him plenty of love.
Yeah. I think, like, you can like a player and say he's real good, but that doesn't necessarily mean underrated, you know? Like, he's viewed as,
Yeah,
what, like a top 20 player of all time? You think he should be a
yeah.
top 12 player of all time? Fuck no.
People sit down and talk about Dirk Nowitzki's career and have so much more admiration, and he just comes up more in NBA conversation, way more than like Tim Duncan. So that just lets you know he's far from underrated, very far from underrated.
I'm gonna say this once. Now I'm gonna keep saying it. So I'm not gonna just say it once. You're gonna keep Tim Duncan's name out your mouth. All right. We're gonna stop disrespecting Tim.
Who is disrespecting Tim Duncan?
Nah, Mo just say he gets talked about more. Nobody.
Oh, he does.
No.
Dirk Nowitzki definitely comes up in conversation more to me, at least, than Tim Duncan. Maybe it's the ecosystem that I surround myself in.
Neither here nor there.
Who cares? Yeah.
Don't
Next hot
disrespect
take,
him.
y'all. Get ready. Spam W or L. Let me know what you think about this one. This is a very biased take to the audience, but SC49 Productions says the Curry versus LeBron era was better than the Magic versus Bird era. I don't know how we quantify this. We're all going to be biased to this era because none of us in this chat watching the stream fucking watch Magic versus Bird live. But try to contextualize it in NBA history. Which era do you think was better for whatever that means to you?
I
we all.
I think. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You're gonna say what I was gonna say.
What were you gonna say? Because I think
Without
that the
Kevin
Magic
Durant,
Bird
it
era-
would have been a W. With Kevin
Yes.
Durant coming in, I think the Magic and Bird era was probably better if you were there.
Exactly.
I agree. KD once again ruined basketball for an entire era where we could have had 1 and 2 going back and forth, and it just didn't happen. Where we actually were able to see that, and not only did you have like the top 2 franchises of all time going up against each other, you had the
Mhm.
top 2 players in the league going up against each other. You had different sides of the country going up against each other. Like everything in terms of good and evil, one side versus the other facing off against each other materialize in those finals. And also, it's a very nice thing that it's a trilogy. That it's just 3. And so you have the rubber match and then that's it. And in between it's like the Lakers get one, the Celtics didn't hold up their end of the bargain. The Celtics got one, Lakers didn't hold up their end of the bargain when they lose early. Like
Someone said
every
good and
everybody
evil,
gets
kind of
it.
racist. Both teams are led by black guys. Who's the racist one in this scenario? You don't even know which one's evil. I don't
No,
even
no, no. Wait, what do you mean both teams are led by black? I was talking about the Magic, the Magic.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
you were talking about Warriors and Cavs.
No,
Oh,
no. I
okay.
was
Well, never
talking
mind. Then they're
about.
right. You're
I was
racist.
talking about.
Never mind. You're racist. They win.
That's not what I listen. That's not what I said. But
When you said East Coast versus West Coast, I'm like, he's teetering a line, and I don't know if he wants to go there or
That's
not.
not what
But
I
I know
said.
it's in the back of his head.
well, obviously, listen. I love to go there. That's my favorite place. I would go there any day of the week. But no, like you had every like trope and every stereotype in that that era in that finals. So
Mhm.
yeah, I'm taking Magic and,
Yeah.
and Bird.
And like we're joking, but the
Agree.
racial element was part of it. That's what got the masses involved.
Yes.
Like that was enthralling for the 1980s audience. That was what they lived for. And Magic was all flashy on the West Coast versus rural Larry Bird. Like it was such a class divide.
Yeah.
It's like watching a boxing match, but over a decade, right? Like the way
exactly.
the way people get riled up for boxing match, it's like that, but for 8 years, and it's just like, oh man, this is gonna be good.
The
This is
NBA is
gonna be
built on
good.
racism. It's not even
Oh,
racism though, but it
100%.
is like racial lines and like racial like when you're introing to a
That's
sport and you
racism.
have
It's okay.
yeah, like listen, that was the time. That's what was needed to make the league like, pop. It was the perfect combination of factors, and demographic is a very important factor for audiences.
Yeah,
And
I
if
mean,
if we knew this, you best believe David Stern knew it too.
David Stern knew it like crazy. Do not think it is a coincidence how both of these stars are marketed.
TD3 theory time. Welcome. It's a whole lot of noticing.
Let's see what else we got. Which one of these are actually hot? Some of these takes aren't even hot; they're just takes. Okay, another underrated one. James Hassan 7996 says Steve Nash is the most underrated player of all time.
Stop it. He's the most overrated player of all time.
What?
Damn.
He's
Not
overrated.
okay. He is overrated. He's not the most overrated, but the fact that he has 2 MVPs is ridiculous, and it's just not supposed to happen. And listen, they never made the finals. Like I understand that the Spurs were in that era, but when they're doing all that thing, that's also in a transitional time where the Lakers weren't at full strength. So you didn't have Kobe being at the top of the mountain. You didn't have Shaq being at the top of the mountain. It was the Spurs who were never, back to back to back. There was always a window for another team to step in and get to the finals, and the Suns just could never do it. And Steve Nash he's a part of that. Like I know he was driving the bus, but there's also some responsibility that comes with that, and I just don't think that. Listen, we just don't talk about it enough.
Well, all right. I don't have that strong opinions about Steve Nash's underrated overratedness. We'll move on to the next one. Shout out to Matt UD8. He says a team of 5 Kevin Garnett's beats a team of 5 of any other player in NBA history. Does KG have the best 5 of him lineup?
A team of five
No.
KGs would not work basketball wise because he won't be able to play basketball. I think he's gonna get a couple technical. At that point in time, you'd be left with 3 KGs. 3 versus 5. You do the math. Who wins?
So obviously 5 LeBrons are up there. Let's exclude LeBron because he's obviously the most versatile player of all time. But like he's the answer. If LeBron never existed, who has the best 5 of them lineup?
If LeBron never existed,
Is it Kevin Durant?
Okay, so KD has an argument.
Listen, man. If we have 5 6'11" demigods who can dribble, block shots, shoot threes, and dunk, I literally don't think you can think of a better player to have 5 of them. Like he might even be a better answer than LeBron. Maybe not, but it's
Okay,
close. Like those are the top 2. Maybe not better than LeBron.
No.
But
It's not close. It's
it
not
might
close.
be equal to LeBron. If you had 2017 Kevin Durant that was blocking shots like crazy, I don't know.
Which version
I
of
don't
LeBron
know.
do you want to go with? Do you want to go with
12.
2013? Five of 2012 LeBron Jameses?
that's hell.
Yeah, okay, that's
That's
the answer.
hell.
But
They're
is
thinking.
Kevin Durant second?
Wait. Does Joel Embiid have an argument in this?
No.
He can't dribble.
He can
like
dribble,
that.
but he can't. I mean, he's fucking huge. Like, is he going to be
He's
defending
not running
space?
point.
Can point guard
Yeah.
Joel Embiid guard point guard LeBron or point guard KD? He might be cooked.
This is a 2K simulation that needs to happen.
If point guard LeBron puts 5 out spacing, Joel Embiid guarding 1-on-1, hell in a cell, I think he might get destroyed.
Tragic. It might be LeBron.
What are we doing with 5 bowls?
Man,
It's
5
crazy
Wembies?
length.
5 Wembies?
5 Bulls.
5 Rudy Goberts?
All right, stop that.
Oh my gosh.
You have to do that.
That just
5
sounds like
Anthony Davises? Oh my god, it's over.
Ew. That's yuck.
All right, man. that concludes part 1 of Hot Takes. We're going to take a break to do one different segment, and then we're getting back to Hot Takes, and we're going to have you guys in chat spam up your Hot Takes when we come back to them. So be patient for 15 minutes while we have a quick little game, and then you guys are going to give us your best takes, and we're going to tell you if you're wrong or not. But in the
quick
meantime,
little game.
we're going to play NBA Jeopardy. I don't know if you guys have ever done this before in school. We did this a lot, playing Jeopardy with like different school topics and stuff. Today, we're going to do it with NBA trivia.
Oh, let's go. Let's go. I was good at Jeopardy.
Oh, yeah. When we got to like history class and we had Jeopardy with that, I was killing it.
7th
Okay.
grade science? Oh,
Oh.
they couldn't stop me. They couldn't stop me.
Okay,
I would
so
let
as you
people
guys-
score. I'll make a comeback by myself.
So you guys know how Jeopardy works. Let me put the team names in. We have 3 teams, which is obviously me, Donovan, and Mo. And how this is going to work is we're going to take turns picking categories. We have to answer a trivia question. If we get one wrong, somebody else gets to come in and steal it and try to get the points. And by the end,
Cannot.
we see who has the most NBA trivia knowledge.
Okay, sweet.
Let's go.
The 5 categories are career path, playoff moments, nicknames, history, and college. Mo, you can go first. So you pick a category and you pick a number 1 through 5, for 100 through 500. What do you want to answer first?
All right. Crown Eaters, I need you by my side. Not to sound
Mo
me
needs
cheating
your help.
using the chat, but the chat will be on
No,
my-
you can't look at the chat. You can't look at the chat.
What are you gonna do about it? Take my phone away from me? Stay over there.
Okay, I'm putting up the chat right now. If you're cheating, I'm cheating.
Okay, so
I'm not losing.
Nobody looks at
Let's-
chat, all right?
I'm not
get
going
our
down
hands
without a
warm.
fight.
Hands warm. All right. Let's do nickname for 100. Keep it easy.
All right.
Start this off fresh.
Oh, I don't even know this one. Black Falcon.
Who the fuck is Black Falcon? Chat! Who is Black Falcon?
Chad!
Chat, please! Chat! Chat!
Uh-uh.
Mo,
Who
you
is
got to get a
Black
guess. in.
Falcon? Black Falcon. Okay, this sounds like a wing.
Yeah, it has to be an athletic.
Well,
I'm going to
come
help
on.
you. It's your question.
How much time? How much time are we giving him?
Mo, pick a name.
Black Falcon. Pick a name. Is this Rajon Rondo? I don't know. What is
I
Dude,
actually
chat don't even know. Chat
That's
doesn't even
wrong.
know.
incorrect. Donovan, you want to steal?
You want to steal it?
I would like to steal. Who is Harrison Barnes?
What?
Correct. This is Harrison Barnes. Plus 50 if he made the Falcon noise. Nobody made the Falcon
Ah!
Ew.
noise. So Donovan gets a point for that one. Okay. I didn't even know that.
Barnes?
Harrison Barnes is a Black
That
Falcon.
just
I
made me
guess.
dislike Harrison Barnes even more now. Black Falcon. He probably doesn't even know that himself.
He's like, well, news to me.
He Black Falcon for him. Me? The fuck?
So, Donovan, you can keep going. We got playoff moments, career path, history, college, nicknames. Where do you want to go?
Give me college for 100.
College 100. You guys are cowards starting with 100s, but okay. Austin Reeves.
Oh my gosh.
Do 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 do.
Yeah, I want to steal this back.
Do 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 do.
All right.
Do 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 do.
What is Arkansas?
Correct. He went to. Oh no, he didn't. I gave you.
I got it. He went to Oklahoma. Give me my money
Actually,
now.
I thought it was Arkansas too. Mo
Give me my
gets
money.
it. Oh, I
Give
got
me
it
my
wrong.
money.
It was the
There
other
we go.
Maroon school.
I know.
Ah!
I almost gave you
They
credit.
all suck anyways.
There we go.
Mo
There
gets
we go.
redemption.
Oh my god.
Where the real eaters at? This is for you.
All right, so you guys both got 100. I got nothing. Someone suggested a 15-second time limit for answers. Correct. We're gonna do that. You get 15 seconds.
Now let's go 10.
Okay, 10 seconds. You get 10 seconds to answer.
Ooh, okay.
All right, what category are we going to next?
This is all you, right?
No, it's you. You keep going. What you got one right?
Ooh, it's my turn. Okay. Iconic moments is the category, correct?
Playoff moments.
Oh, playoff moments. Okay, playoff moments. Give me 300. Let's kick it up a notch real quick.
Playoff moments for 300. Okay. This player switched positions
300.
during a closeout finals game in 1980.
Magic Johnson.
Fuck, that was an easy one. You got
That's
it.
wrong
Magic
though.
Johnson.
That's wrong though. No.
It is Magic Johnson.
You gotta say it in the question. That's how we
What?
play Jeopardy.
What?
You didn't get
Who
that
is Magic
right.
Johnson? I stole it.
No, that's bull.
No.
We didn't do
No.
that. You didn't do that.
No,
You-
we're giving-
I did.
no.
I did.
We'll give it to
Nah,
Mo. But yeah, you got to say who is Magic Johnson or who is so and so.
No,
No,
you are grown. You will learn your lesson. You don't get that.
No.
You don't get
I
to
did
300.
not grow up watching Jeopardy. How was I supposed to know
Okay,
that?
either he gets it or I get it because I stole it. So you let me know.
Isaac, you get the points.
I get the
Because you
points?
asked the
What?
question. Yes,
You'd rather
Isaac gets
see
the
him
points.
succeed than me? Yo, black brother? This is what we're doing
Bet,
now.
let's
You
go.
created Tinkle Time. I
okay.
told you I was gonna mess up your life.
Okay.
I told you.
Okay.
I told you.
Hoot, hoot,
Okay.
hoot, hoot. I'll take it.
Learn the
Wow.
rules, and then we can play. Told you I've been doing this since 7th grade. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Dirty
I have
players.
years in this Jeopardy game.
Dirty
Understand.
years.
Understand.
Fraudulent years.
Isaac, the board is yours.
So this is the most Donovan thing ever. Facts.
Oh my goddamn.
Does it review the tapes?
Yeah.
If we have rules, there's a reason why we have them. All right. If we're not gonna pay attention to them, then
Someone
why
said
do?
the tinkler going off.
This is why. This is exactly
You
why.
sound like a villain.
This is exactly why. So it's like,
All right, I'm gonna go history for 200.
Okay.
Most career ejections. Oof.
Ooh.
that's good.
Dennis Rodman? I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know how to check it without you guys being able to see or not. So close your eyes, because I gotta
Okay.
see what's right and wrong if you guys can steal.
All right, my eyes are closed.
Ooh, I'm wrong.
I'm not
Okay,
even
so
gonna
you
be
guys
able
can try to
to
steal.
steal it, so I'm-
Actually, I'll turn
It's
the monitor
Donovan.
off. You guys,
It's
chat,
up to
they can't
Donovan.
see it right now.
This is
Wait,
all in
can I open
Donovan.
my eyes?
Yeah, you can open your eyes. You guys can't see my screen anymore.
Okay. Also, you didn't answer in the form of a question.
Oh, you're right. Fuck. Okay, well I'm out. It wasn't Dennis Rodman.
Who is Rasheed Wallace?
Ah, Donovan gets it. Okay. Yeah, chat. I'm gonna keep it chat. So you guys can see my screen. They can't, so they can't cheat or see the answer when I reveal it. But okay, Donovan gets it. Me and you were tied at 300 points. Where are we going next?
Let's go playoff moments for 500.
Ooh, okay, we're going big.
Okay.
This player
going
scored 37 points to help his team win a Game 7 of the 2019 playoffs to then advance to the Western Conference Finals.
37.
37 in a Game 7 to advance to the Western Conference Finals in 2019.
Who is CJ McCollum?
Correct. Donovan gets it.
Oh,
I would have got that one
man.
wrong.
I would have said Dame.
Me too. I forgot CJ
yeah.
did that. Damn,
CJ
Donovan
was
gets
scared. I
500
remember-
points.
Yeah, I remember Dame got hurt that game too.
Yeah, I completely
he
forgot.
was playing bad. All right, what are the other categories again? I can't see.
Career path, playoff moments, nicknames, history, and college.
Can we go career path for 300?
Career path for 300. Okay. So what this lists the teams they played for: New Jersey
In order.
Nets, Los Angeles Lakers, Milwaukee Bucks. 10 seconds.
Who is Brooke Lopez?
Damn it, you got it again. This is Brooke Lopez. Bro, Donovan is a Jeopardy
Brother.
champion.
Brother.
I told you I have years in this game.
Oh my
This
gosh.
is what you do?
It's been a while. I haven't played Jeopardy in a while, but there's a reason. There's a reason. It was me versus the class. I was going for it.
Damn, I
It's
should have
okay,
known the
it's okay.
Rashid one, man. I sold. Fuck. Okay, where do you want
I
to go
can't believe I
next?
got sold out of my Magic Johnson answer.
Can we go nicknames for 200?
We can. Flash. God damn it. These are so easy.
Who is Dwayne Wade?
Damn it. Donovan gets it again. He's running it up.
She said, "God damn it!"
Let's go nicknames for 300.
Donovan's
Get
killing
all the
us.
easy ones out the way.
Oh my god. Tiny.
Who is Nate Archibald?
Fuck.
Let's go nicknames for 400.
Oh man. Let me put
Granny,
some points
we
down.
got to do something about this, bro.
Hey, we gotta break his knees, y'all. Chad, you guys gotta hack him. Let's dox this guy.
You gotta get the crowbar.
Someone said bro is the main character in Jeopardy. Tinkler's going crazy.
It's going crazy.
Nicknames for 400. Air Canada.
Oh, who is? Okay, so this is
You
two.
got that dog on him. Don't got that dog in him.
Who is Vince Carter?
Correct. 400 points for Donovan. He's at 2,000. Oh my god, we're getting walloped.
Oh,
Let's go nicknames for 500.
Someone said, "Oh my god, it's Tinkle time."
Equal time.
Nicknames for 500. The Polish Hammer. These are so easy.
Oh.
Who is Marcin Gortat?
Fuck.
Oh my gosh.
Donovan has 2,500 points. We need a legendary comeback.
We're broke boys right now.
Here we go. Playoff moments for 400.
Ugh. Big Tinks. Babyface Ray, 42 Doug. That's what it says.
Wait, what?
What?
Playoff moments for 400. It says Babyface Ray, 42 Doug.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Dude,
Wow.
I don't know what that means.
No, I'm so mad because I know the meme. I can't figure it out.
I don't know what this means.
I'm fried beyond you. I'm fried, bro.
Oh no, I know
Yeah.
exactly what the. I don't know. I can't answer. I don't know.
Five,
When you say it, I'm
four,
gonna know. When you say it, I'm gonna
three.
know. I can't.
2, 1.
Nobody knows. Nobody wants to steal.
I'm cooked.
Who's Tyler Hero?
Ron Artest, a soon-to-be dagger three-pointer to put the Lakers up by 6 with a minute remaining. Game 7 NBA Finals. They have a song together called Ron Artest.
Oh, okay.
I don't listen to Babyface Ray, man, or 42 Doug. Fuck. I don't know
Damn.
anybody who listens to 42
That
Doug.
was tough. That was.
All I
tough.
know is we paid.
That's what I was thinking about.
So does it move on to somebody else now that you got it wrong?
I think
I don't-
so. It
I don't think
should.
so, but let's. Yeah,
All
we'll
right,
just move on. I got it
I'll
wrong.
go next. Career path for 400. Portland, Indiana, Toronto, Miami, Boston, Phoenix, Golden State. Oh my God.
This guy was ass.
Portland, Indiana, Toronto, Miami, Boston, Phoenix, Golden State. Boston's throwing me off. He went to
This guy was
Phoenix and
peaked.
Golden State. I have no earthly idea who this is. Portland,
I'm out of this
Indiana,
one.
Toronto, Phoenix, Golden State. What?
I'm out of this one, and chat doesn't even know too.
Yeah, no, Chad
I'm
is
out
the
of-
same shit. Chad has no
Yeah.
idea. Yo, who is
Dummies
this
like
player?
us.
So I said no
They
one
don't know
knows.
anything. Someone said CP3. Holy cow, they don't. They really don't know.
Yeah, nobody has a steal. Boston is throwing me off. Boston's was really fucking me up.
Portland,
Yeah.
Indiana.
Bro, okay, so who got drafted by Portland? Let's just free for all. Whoever gets it first gets it. Because if none of us know, we just gotta. Let me share
Portland,
my screen so you
Indiana,
guys can see.
Toronto.
Let me share my screen so you guys can see. Portland, Indiana, Toronto, Miami, Boston. Nobody look at chat. Phoenix, Golden State. Drafted by Portland. Oh, I saw it in the chat. God damn it.
Yeah, I saw it too. I can't say it.
Yeah,
I can't say
okay.
it. None of
Nobody
it's on
gets
you.
it. Jermaine O'Neal.
Yeah.
Chat figured it out
Jer-
before us.
You should have been jumping out the gym for this one, Donovan, because you say his
Damn.
name. Team.
Dude, I'm selling every time I get an opportunity to fucking run up a score.
That was hard.
Mo, what category are we going to next?
That Boston threw me off. I completely
Me
forgot
too.
about
He played for
Okay.
Boston? I don't even remember that.
I had no idea either.
Damn,
Okay.
bro.
College 200.
College 200. Nas Reed.
Did he go to Texas
See,
A&M?
that. This is not my strong suit.
You have a final answer?
Texas A&M for 200. That's how you say it, right?
No,
No.
I'm gonna give
I'll
you a
show
hint
you.
now.
This is just
All right,
You-
you have to say who is or what is blank.
what
Nah,
is Texas A&M?
Nah, I promise. If you mess up one more time, we're going past. You are not
I'm
getting
pretty
these
sure that's
points.
wrong. What is LSU?
Oh,
Woo, I finally got one.
yeah, you're right. I was thinking, damn.
I'm not good with colleges either, but I knew that one. If it's the
No,
last
that was
5
just-
years, I'll know the college.
That hurt.
I'm not good with colleges at all.
That hurt my soul.
All
Damn.
right, let's go playoff moments for 100. I gotta get numbers on the board. I gotta get this win streak rolling. These teammates each scored 41 points to stay alive. Who are LeBron James and Kyrie Irving?
Yeah.
Yeah, run it up, 600 points. I'm only 1,900 down. Let's go playoff moments for 200. 49-point triple-double in 2021 semifinals. 49-point triple-double. So, who is Kevin Durant?
That's good.
Ah.
Had to summon the knowledge on that one.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
All right, so I'm going to give myself the points. Chad, we're running it up. Amazing comeback is on the way. I don't even know there's enough points mathematically on the board, but I'm going to make it work.
There are.
There is. Let's take all the easy ones. Career path for 100. Utah, Atlanta, Denver, Brooklyn, Phoenix. I don't like this category.
Philly.
I mean Philly. I do not like this category at all.
I think I got it.
I got
Utah, Atlanta.
It goes
Denver,
to me though.
Brooklyn,
Why?
Philly. Why does it go to you? No, I mean, if I get it wrong, anybody can steal, right? It's whoever says first.
Are you ready to get it? Are you ready? Are you gonna throw something out before?
Oh yeah.
You got buzz in.
Utah, Atlanta, Denver.
5,
Who got drafted by Utah?
4, 3, 2, 1.
Paul Millsap.
And
Oh,
Who is Paul Millsap?
got it at the buzzer. Got it at the buzzer.
Yeah, he got it.
Denver
He didn't say it right
saved
though.
me.
He said Paul Millsap first.
Oh, that is true. You
No,
did
I
not
said
say it
after.
right.
I said it after. Nobody
You
stole
said
it.
it after.
Nobody
No,
stole it
first.
though.
But you did not. But you did not say
But
it.
you didn't
though.
steal it. It happened last time because I stole it before Mo
I'm
could
not.
say
No,
it.
I'm not saying. I'm not saying I get the points, but you can't
Yeah.
get those though. You
I
can't
stole
get
it.
that.
What do you mean? I mean, I said it before nobody could steal it.
No, but
You didn't say it right.
that doesn't count.
Said it, but
Your
you didn't say it
answer
right.
was incorrect. You didn't say who is Paul Millsap.
What?
If y'all
Nobody stole it. Nobody came in and took it.
It's not about who's stealing it. The points are just now into the ether, because it's just whatever. But you can't get those. You can't get those 100.
If you would have said it in the correct verbiage, then you might.
I did though. I said it right after, and nobody came in and said it.
No,
First,
But
you
if
said Paul
nobody
Millsap.
steals it,
You
why
right
can't I
the
say it
first
again?
time, but you didn't say it right the first time. Now you can either get the points and get control of the board, or no.
Fuck
can
you.
either
I'll
get
take
the-
control of the board. It's only 100. I don't need it. I'll go history for 100. Name 2 players in the top 5 all-time personal fouls list. I don't know the all-time personal fouls list.
This is hilarious.
All-time personal foul. So personal foul isn't personal. No, because that's like shooting fouls and stuff. Okay,
Yep.
Who's top 5 in the personal fouls list? LeBron's not gonna be on there because he's so disciplined.
Damn, my stomach is growling.
Is Shaq gonna be on there? He played for a while. It's been people that played for a really long time. I'm gonna go Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and who else played for long enough?
Gotta say it the right though.
I know.
Mo, stop.
I'm not
giving
done.
up secrets.
Listen,
else?
I like to see my teammates win.
He's not
Who
on
else
your team.
Played for long enough. Yeah, we're not teammates.
It's Team TD3.
Who is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and who is Shaquille O'Neal? Does that count? I didn't say who are. I did 2 separate who is.
Yeah.
Are you guys satisfied?
It's okay.
I think that's cool.
Okay. Kareem, Malone, Parrish, Oakley, Hakeem. Fuck.
Damn.
Mm.
I knew. Damn. I should have went Malone, but I didn't want to say his name. I was thinking it's
You could-
probably gonna be big because they're down low, but okay, nobody gets the points. Mo, what category you want to go with?
Oh man, is that college for 300? I see.
That is
Sign me up. I need some on the
Jaylen Brown.
Ah,
board. Jaylen Brown.
10,
Who is
9.
Cal State?
Hey.
What is
That
California?
What
It's
is-
California,
That's
not
wrong.
Cal State. What
that's
is
wrong, that's
California?
wrong. That's wrong.
California.
What
University.
is it?
What is
It's
University of
California.
California?
Not
Okay.
Cal State.
Ding, ding, ding. My points. Give me that fucking board back.
Did you? Okay. You know what? Y'all some
Yeah.
dirty ass players. I hope you know that.
Well, you got it wrong. You said Cal State. It's just not Cal State.
I know, but you didn't say it right either.
Yeah, I
You didn't
did.
say it
You
right.
didn't. You didn't say it right.
Yes, I did. I said, what is
No,
California?
you did not.
What is California?
You didn't say that first though.
I
Did
swear
you
to
say
God.
that
Rewind that
before
fucking
you-
tapes. Yes, I did.
Did you say
Rewind the
that? before
tape.
you
I swear to
clicked on
God,
it,
you
though?
didn't. Rewind it.
I bet you anything on my life. I said, what is California? You
No,
just were
I'm
talking
saying,
at the same
did you
time.
say that? I'm saying, did you say that before you clicked on the next thing?
Yes. I said it right after Mo was done. I stole while you guys were talking. I said, what is California? Because I knew it wasn't fucking Cal State. I immediately said, what is California? Run the tapes back. I will not be fucked over again.
We need it's stealing.
College. Let's do history for 300. The first team to hire a woman on their coaching staff. What is the San Antonio Spurs? Yep, Becky Hammond.
That was a layup. I like it.
Thank God, an easy one, man. I'm scared of career path. I suck at that. I'm going to stay away from that category. Let's go history for
Hey.
400. Which NBA team has made the most franchise finals appearance without winning a title? Oh, that's hard.
Damn, glorified losers.
Let's see. So who has the most conference finals without winning one? So it's gonna be an old team that doesn't have a championship.
10,
Who doesn't have a title like that?
9, 8, 7, 6,
What is the
5.
Nets?
Who's the Phoenix Suns?
Okay. I don't have an answer.
Yep, Phoenix Suns. You got
Damn.
it. Did you know that one, or are you just assuming?
No, I knew.
I had no idea. That one was tough. All right, Donovan's back in control of the board.
Can we go? Can we go history for 500?
We can. Name one of the two teams to never change name or location.
Who's the Miami Heat?
Okay.
Knicks or Celtics?
Woo! Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't say the Celtics. I'm so shocked you didn't say the Celtics.
I guess because it probably can't be expansion teams.
Yeah.
Probably has to be original NBA teams.
Okay.
Which that's
They
a good
didn't-
little twist, I guess.
They should have specified.
Yeah, but screw you. You have a big lead, so we don't care. Mo, where you want to go? You can have it next.
Ah, man. You know what?
That's
I'm
very
gonna
whack.
get this
It's
one.
okay.
Go ahead and give me college for 400.
You-
Michael Porter Jr.
What is Mizzou?
Yep. What is Missouri? You got it. I was hoping you pulled that one. I was ready. I was ready to jump in. Okay, which
There
one
we
you want to
go.
go next?
Let's run it up again. College 500. 500.
Joe Hampton. Who is Joe Hampton?
Brother, I don't even know who that is.
This
I'm
nerd
just gonna
slash
say
ass
who
name.
is Boston College because this sounds like it sounds like he went to Boston College.
Well, what is Kentucky? Donovan, you have a guess?
I'm so mad. I don't know. I don't know.
You
I
so
think I
mad,
know-
like-
Long
him.
Beach State.
yes, that's exactly because it's from Last Chance U.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Oh,
the
I didn't watch
Netflix
the
series,
basketball
okay.
season.
Yeah.
yes.
Damn.
I forgot what college it was.
Did he make
at.
the league?
I don't
If
know.
he didn't make the league, then why the
I
hell
don't
is he
know.
in this?
I don't know. All
Shout out to Joe
Next
Hampton,
one, Mo
though.
got it last time. I'll go career path for 200. Actually, I guess never mind. It's Donovan's turn.
I'll go career path for 500.
Okay. Phoenix, Hornets, Portland, Knicks, Chicago, Milwaukee, Washington, Orlando, Cleveland.
Damn.
Who is this?
Phoenix, New Orleans, Portland, New York, Chicago.
This is incredibly difficult. So is it? You have no idea how great Joe Hampton was.
Oh
He
wow.
didn't even
Yeah,
make the league.
yeah, I'm
Phoenix,
never
New
gonna
Orleans,
get this.
Portland. It's not Ish Smith. He played for the Pistons.
Phoenix.
Channing Frye played. No. I have absolutely no idea.
I don't know who this is.
I'm still so mad about Joe Hampton. I'm doing more research about this dude. and This is like so bull. So much bull. He's an internet personality before a basketball player.
Portland,
What am I supposed to do with that
Knicks,
information?
Chicago, Milwaukee, Washington, Orlando, Cleveland. Okay, time's up. It's my turn.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who is Robin Lopez?
Oh my god.
Ah!
Yeah.
Orlando, Cleveland is the only reason I knew that because I knew he finished with Cleveland not doing shits.
That's good.
And then Milwaukee, I remember him
Honestly,
playing with his brother. I don't
I got it
don't
for
remember
the-
him playing with Washington at all.
I remember New Orleans, Phoenix, and New York and Chicago. I was like, oh, and then I saw the back and I'm like, okay, I got it.
That's
Damn.
really good.
Really, double Lopez's, and then Cleveland is what gave it away.
Yeah.
Last one. Donovan already secured the win. Let's see how much I can build on my lead for second place. Career path for 200. Clippers, Detroit, Brooklyn, Boston. Who is Blake Griffin? Woo!
Ooh.
Final score is Donovan 2,900, me 2,200, Mo 500.
I got screwed over so bad.
No,
by
you
some
didn't
verbiage?
know.
By the way I use my words?
By the rules?
You
Yeah.
went damn about the rules. I said the
Yes,
right
that's how
answer.
we play.
All right,
Damn.
man. So, end of the stream for the next 25 minutes or so. We're going back to the hot takes, y'all. We did our game in the middle. It's time for us to do hot takes with you guys in chat right now. So spam your hot takes in chat. We're gonna react to them fresh off what you guys say right now. Let's do this. These are always fun when you guys are spamming them. I have to try my hardest to keep up with the chat.
While they're spamming them, y'all chat, we don't even have 400 likes in this, and over 700 y'all are in here. What are you doing? It's right there. Give it a like. It makes me happy. It makes Tinker Time happy, and also makes Isaac happy
All
too.
right, bro. All
Let's
right,
do it.
listen. We don't have to do that.
We do what we
We don't
do
have
for the
to.
tinkler, right? Like, listen,
We don't have to
we,
do that.
we put on for the tinkler.
Tinker.
XERNEAS says Giannis last season was just as dominant, if not more, as prime Shaq.
Hmm.
So obviously not more, but do you think that Giannis is currently on the same level of dominant as Shaq? That's subjective ass word.
Sure. Yeah. I mean,
Why?
who likes to guard Giannis? Who likes to guard Shaq?
Who likes to guard LeBron? Like nobody likes to
Plenty.
guard
Apparently,
like the
plenty of
top
people like to guard LeBron.
the top players. All of I think the only reason why is I don't think we've seen like Prime Shaq still sucked at free throws, and we were able to get like the hacker Shaq. We're not necessarily doing that for Giannis, so I'm gonna go Prime Shaq.
Mm.
Okay. Zach
Also,
Levine, what?
last thing, also because Shaq understood like. It's because of the error. Like, I'm not stepping out. I'm not taking this like 15-foot midi. Giannis just needs to understand, like, hey, you're just not going to be a 3-point shooter in your career, and that's okay. You're just not built for that. I don't ever want to see Giannis take a three again,
Mm.
unless it's outside of desperation. Like, he just doesn't need to be doing that on a consistent basis.
Okay. Zach Levine is the biggest empty stats player in the league, and you should be afraid of your team trading for him. Dude is literally Kelly Oubre Jr. with a better dunk rating from Comedy Monkey.
Okay, this is such an L. I feel like so many people genuine. What was his name again, Isaac?
Comedy Monkey.
One more time.
Comedy Monkey.
Ah, clip that, guys. But this is such a L take because Zach Levine is easily one of the most disrespectful NBA players because of situational. He's never been in a good. He's been in a good position in his career, literally only one other time, and that was back when the Bulls were in their peak, in their prime, for like 20 games back in like 2020 or 2021 or whatever it was. He's never had a situation to where like, yeah, like we have real expectations for this guy or this team to like exceed or make it to the second round or whatever. And also, bro, he's a Bull. What do you expect?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'll go L take. I think Zach Levine has plenty of value. I think he has to be in the right ecosystem, like most say never has been. And I think he looks a lot. It's easy to say he's crap when he's in a very crap situation and at his lowest value wise, right? He's been hurt.
Mm.
He's been a dysfunctional team. Ever since DeMar DeRozan came to the team, it's been downhill. We know he was trending upwards before DeMar came and then downwards after. Only one ball to go around. Health issues. He basically held out because he didn't want to get traded last year and took the surgery, so he didn't get traded to the Pistons, allegedly.
Yeah.
It's real easy to shit on him now, but I think if you put him on a team that has competent pieces around him and he
Like the Lakers.
fits the players better,
Yeah.
I don't think he's worthless.
Yeah, I think you're a fool if you believe that. I remember way back in the day, random side tangent, but way back in the day before Devin Booker became that clear-cut guy, Zach Levine was in like those level of conversations where people were genuinely thought like, yeah, this is potentially like faces a franchise type guy. And then these two just like went two completely separate ways because of how they chose to dominate. I think Zach Levine neglected his athleticism, and I feel like he doesn't use his he doesn't get to the rim enough, I feel like.
Yeah.
Develop all
Okay.
those outside skills.
Haluan says, hot take, Steve Kerr is the most overrated coach of all time.
Mm.
Listen, coming off the Olympics, I get it. Steve Kerr slander
Starting to
is
look like
very common. Very, very common. People don't give him enough credit for getting the most out of the Warriors' star players, I think. I think people overlook that he came up by himself with a very smart, maybe not by himself, let me not say that because I'm sure his assistants that helped, but he's the one that put Steph Curry in this system, used him off ball, made him run around like a little demon. If it wasn't for him, Curry would just be spamming pick and roll like people want, and he'd be a worse player for it. I think he did enough early in his career that I think he's overall a great coach, and people are a little too hard on him.
Yeah, I can agree to that.
It's
Donovan?
easy. It's easy, you know. I don't know. The Olympic stuff is very, very clear to where it's like at minimum, you can't be the coach of Team USA.
Oh yeah, he's a
But
very bad Team USA coach. We'll say that.
yeah, at
But you know what it
minimum
is?
there.
He's proven to be a very good coach of Steph Curry. He's extremely
Yes.
good at coaching
Yes.
Steph Curry and is better than almost anybody on the planet at getting the most out of Steph Curry. That is proven. Is he a great coach outside the world of Steph Curry? Probably not. But lucky for him, he has Steph Curry. And he's getting older. I imagine he just retires soon after Steph Curry does.
It's a big luxury to have.
Why would he?
I'd
Yeah,
never
why would
coach
he?
again if I was him. After Steph left,
exactly.
I'm not doing this. You're
I
not
might do
messing up
1
my
year.
legacy.
I might do 1 year to prove I can.
He already did that when Steph was hurt. I've done my time.
True.
Okay, I have a hot take for y'all.
Okay.
This is off me. All right, at 26 years old, Jason Tatum has already had a better career. Has had a better career compared to Kyrie Irving at 26.
At Curry, well, yeah, he's the best player in a championship team. Sure, and he has like several first-team All-NBAs, made it to multiple finals, led his team multiple finals and conference finals. Of course, he has a better career than Kyrie Irving.
Are you
Donovan?
saying that the level of like reverence and aura that Kyrie had at age 26 surpasses all of Tatum's?
Full body, yeah, full body
That-
of work. Everything
All
matters.
right. Cooler. He's
I'll
cooler
go
than
with it.
Jason Tatum.
I'll go with it. Yeah, give me Kyrie up to 26. I would love to walk around as Kyrie Irving at 26 rather than Jason Tatum.
Okay, let's see. What's the next hot? These are flying so fast. I gotta slow it down. Wilt's overrated. Correct. Everyone agrees here. J Dub. Matthew Lyons says J Dub will be an all-star starter eventually.
J-Dub will be
This is interesting because all of us had J-Dub as, one of the most valuable players in the league whenever we did that. I think Isaac had him the lowest at 21. So like and if you filter out all of the old guys, we clearly think that he has like top 20, top 15 type of potential. I don't think this is where he's going to be. I don't know if J-Dub is ever going to be one of the two best forwards in the conference.
I think he could maybe, but not perennially. Not perennially. He's not going to be like consistently that level. I think he'll do just below it. He'll be a secondary star, like being an extremely great, consistent all-star, but not going to be consistently one of the 5 best guys in the conference. I don't think so.
It's
Next
not.
one. Let's keep looking. Kobe's the greatest player of all time. Lakers was playoffs, not a hot take. T-Mac would be the best offensive player if he played in our generation and never got hurt. So T-Mac being drafted in 2019 would be the best offensive player of all time.
No. Simply because he's not that level of passer. And when you think of offense, it's not only just getting straight up buckets. You can tell me he's the best scorer. I'm like, okay, I understand. But offense, you're thinking about other things too. What is he doing when he's not scoring the ball? Because that's very valuable too.
Someone said Jalen Brunson is a top 5 NBA player right now.
Donovan, get off your phone. We knew that was you. Expose that username.
Ironically, the guy in the chat's name is Isaac. So typing that.
It's Donovan playing mind games. That's what it is.
Facts, he's trying to cover for himself. Putting on an alias. So many. Dude, the chat's going crazy.
Could you say Jalen Brunson's a top 5 offensive player in the NBA?
Fuck no.
Damn, he said fuck no. Donovan, how you feel about that? He said fuck no. He didn't say no. He said fuck no.
Haters,
Fuck no.
listen. He's gonna do what he does. It's okay.
You could tell me bucket getter, and I could entertain that conversation.
Even then, no.
Wow.
Luka, Joel Embiid, 1 and 2, right? Kevin Durant, Shea, Donovan Mitchell. At least. That's 5 better already.
All right.
Can I get to 10? Maybe not. Maybe not. But I can get to 5.
All right. Go ahead.
Steph Curry.
Ooh, yeah. Sorry, you lost.
Put your biases against you.
You lost on that
Touche.
one.
Touche. Good job.
Yeah.
Good job. Respect. Respect.
Random LOL says 2018 is the most overrated version of LeBron, and Miami Bron is much better.
That's an L.
Is 2018 Bron overrated? Maybe a little bit. because I agree 2013 is probably better for all of my reasons. But I don't think it's so overrated that I'm gonna be like 2018 LeBron is so overrated. He was blah 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 blah. Like he was also it's also a great year, and I know he's not athletically what he was in 2013, but the talking points people have of him being more skilled, smarter, are real. So I guess if you're saying you don't think it's the best version of him, and some people do, then sure, technically it's underrated, but it's not far behind. I think it's better than a
Yeah,
lot of the other versions. Probably second
yeah.
best.
I,
The thing
hmm.
about 2018 LeBron is that was the year where he really made a serious like shooting leap, and just like that was his best offensive year in my mind.
His
When I
mid
think
range
of
game was
like just
ridiculous that year, bro. His
exactly,
just going to the post and just fade, 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 and they just all go in. Like
we've never
everything that
seen it
people
that
said,
crisp and pristine.
everything that Kobe and Jordan fans said about LeBron that he couldn't do this, couldn't do that, wasn't this type of one-on-one killer, get a bucket when needed. He proved all that wrong that year. Like that was his version of playing like Jordan that year.
People
I agree.
forget he low key. Listen, I understand how you feel. In the moment, I would have voted for Braun to win MVP that year. I
Ooh.
think, like, I understand that James Harden won
Wow.
it. The Rockets were amazing. James was, peak of his powers, doing all that. Taking taking that Cavs roster, getting them to 50 wins, right, and still putting them in a position where they were at the top of the conference in terms of like having home court advantage in the first round in the top four. That is ridiculous. And then seeing LeBron's numbers, like the carry job that he did was crazy. And then seeing exactly what Russell Westbrook had did the year prior and seeing the carry job that he got MVP from 6. Why can't LeBron get MVP from 4? So
Because that
I
year, James Harden put up 36 points. Average 36 was putting up stat lines, and he was on a tour just
they
putting
were
up 50,
they were
40,
playing with
60.
Cedi Osman in the playoffs.
Yeah,
You understand the level of just how bad that 2018 roster was without them, and they got to, obviously this doesn't matter in like MVP voting, but they got to the finals. They got to 50 wins in like an Eastern Conference that still had some players in it. Like
Yeah.
I I think that the level of play that we saw from LeBron was insane, and I do think that he actually was the most valuable player in the league that year.
Do you know how NBA discourse would be, and how the Harden fans and stands would be if we witnessed this
Let
man
me look at that
average
voting.
like 36 a game and not earn that MVP while also being a top seed in the Western
oh, I would have
Conference?
been heated if he got robbed in 17 and 18. Oh, I would have been heated.
Yeah, that's not like we just can't let that happen. As much as I love LeBron more than anyone, like
And he wasn't far back in 15 and 16 too. Like it was building up. If he didn't get 18, oh, I would have been mad. I would have been irate.
yeah, like NBA history would be so skewed, and I don't know that MVP from LeBron just wouldn't feel right.
Bro,
So
and in
James
19, he
James
averaged 36. I'm not even mad about 19 only because 18 happened. If 18 also didn't happen, then 19 happened and Giannis got it over 36 point per game Harden, oh, I would have been fucking breaking things.
James listen,
Exactly.
in 2018 that year, James averaged James Harden averaged 30, 5.4 rebounds, 8.8 assists. LeBron 27 and a half, 8.6 rebounds, 9.1
Mm,
assists. Like the 3 point, wow, this is crazy. They shot the same percentage from 3 that year. And then LeBron obviously was more efficient, but they that level of LeBron just isn't it just wasn't appreciated enough,
I
and
agree.
it definitely like should have been closer than what the final tally was. James Harden ended up getting 86 or 85 of the first place votes. LeBron got 15. That
Damn.
should have been much closer, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, I don't think 2018 is overrated. I do think that is one of those versions where we're going to get 10, 15 years down the line. We're already 6 years away from it, but you're going to get years and decades down the line to be like, no, that version and that year of LeBron was different,
Yeah.
Mm.
All right, man.
you know.
That's the end of our hot takes. If you guys are still here, at the beginning of the episode, I promised a merch giveaway. I was supposed to make a Google Forms, and we're going to do it right now live. I forgot. So what we're going to do is, right when the stream's over, I'm going to go on our YouTube channel, and I'm going to make a community post. And I'm going to have you guys, I'll put a prompt in there. You guys are going to go there, and you're going to comment there, and I'll have directions on how to enter the giveaway. And we're going to announce the winner of the giveaway on this week's episode. So you're not going to have long. You're only going to have like 48 hours to enter by the time we record. So be sure to spam the comments, get as many entries as you can in, join the giveaway, and you'll find out this Friday when the new episode drops who wins merch. I'm going to pick 3 of you
This
guys.
is why the streams are so important, man. They get inside information. People who only tap into the pod, or even worse, the Crown Eaters at TikToks, they're gonna be like, giveaway, what happened? Oh my god. Your attention span is cooked. We
You watch
live
all the
stream for
content
an
you know.
hour and a half every single week for the most part.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
And I'm going to have you guys comment your Twitter accounts, your ats, so I can message you guys. If you don't have a Twitter, just make a burner and comment an at so I can message you guys. I'm not going to have you guys comment your email or something, so I need to get it. So that'll be how you do it. We're going to get in contact with you guys through Twitter. I'll DM you guys personally.
There we go.
Love that.
And congrats to the future winners.
And we'll see you all on Friday for the merch giveaway in the next episode. Shout out everybody watching NBA content in September. We appreciate you.
Real
Tickle
sickos.
Tuesday. We are out.
All right, let's go. Let's go.